What's up, everybody? So in the last video you guys saw, we managed to get the interior mostly completed. There was one big thing that was left out, the bench seat. We never put that in because we decided to go with buckets, and they're here today.
Yep.
So let's go ahead, show you guys the seats that we got, and then I guess get them installed. So, as you guys can see here, we ended up going with the Type R NRG seats. I think, overall, these seats are going to be really nice. They are black suede, they got the red stitching. I like the look. It'll match
the truck.
The truck for now, since it is red. I know you are thinking about changing the color of the truck in the future, which we can't really do right now. This garage hasn't got the space capable to do that. And this seat is more designed for like comfort. It's got recliners, comes with sliders.
It's more of a test than anything. Just, I mean,
seeing how it fits, seeing if you like it. I mean, eventually, if you do decide to go with more performance type
we can
seats,
get into that, and we'll
make
have
it like fixed buckets.
brackets for it.
Yep, we're gonna make the brackets. So, like I just said, we are gonna be making brackets for the seat, just because this seat's design is a little bit more narrow than what the B2000 seat brackets are. And when we had that B2600, that parts truck, we ended up stealing the brackets out of that just so we have the feet. So we already went ahead, we cut the feet off of it. You can see here it's got the holes here we had to drill out. They were like riveted on, or I guess like, I don't really know what to call those, just like little metal plugs. So we drilled them all out. We got enough feet here, so this will be enough to do the seats. And we also have the sliders here that came with the NRG seats. So it's got the bar, it's got the sliders, all the hardware that we need to install it. So we'll be using those, and in order to install those, we've got this metal over here, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty thick stuff. You can see.
20 gauge, I think.
Yeah, I want to say it is like 20 gauge. But you have this bigger one here. It's wider, so this will run vertically.
Yep.
From front to back of the cab, and then the slider will set on top of this, and the feet will attach to here at the ends. And then these ones here, a little bit more narrow. They'll run horizontally and just create more bracing and support for the seat. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Get those pieces cut out, get it welded on, and take our measurements to make sure this all fits up and will work. So I'm excited for this.
Me too.
This is going to look really good.
Finally.
So the first step in order to make these brackets, we need to go and take these, bolt them down to the floor, and then layer a piece of metal across there so we can get the exact length that we need. Okay, so now we got these bolted in. We can go ahead and take our piece of metal here, lay it out here, like so. We know where to cut. It'll go right to this end here. We'll just take our marker here, put a mark on there, and then we know exactly where to weld these ends to. Same thing for this side over here, and then same thing when we run a horizontal one, which we may move them just in a little bit just to increase the bracing. Plus, where the seats mount, I believe they're a little bit farther in, so I'd rather have some more support there. But let's go ahead, mark this all up, and get them cut out. Okay, so we went ahead, we got our pieces all cut out, they're all to shape that we need it to be, and here you guys can see, this is basically the rough layout. All we have to do now is weld it all together. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to leave these braces here running the horizontal direction, or if we'll move them more in like this, just because we want the sliders to have something to be able to mount on. I think up here would probably be the best solution, because I think the slider will set in between here. We'll do a quick little measurement of that, but for now, we can go ahead and pull these feet off and weld it to this piece here. And I guess
get this all.
We're gonna bolt that side in next and do the same thing. So let's do that first. Okay, so here is the driver's side. We went ahead, got this side all mocked up. As you guys can see, we kind of moved it around already. But this is what the design is gonna be. Now, I think what we're gonna end up doing is taking this bar here, or this piece here, moving it up to the top. So then these two will go underneath. Exactly how the passenger side is. Originally we had it this way, but looking at it once we put the seat in, this way is much better. So we're gonna go ahead and do now, grind it all down and scuff it all up. Throw in a couple tack welds just to hold everything in place, and then we'll go ahead, pull it out, and weld it all outside of the truck. Okay, so it's currently the next day. We end up having to take a break just because the metal that we got was way too thick for this welder to handle. This thing couldn't keep up. That was 12 gauge steel, which I think at the beginning of the video we might have said 20 gauge. I meant to say 12. I think I tried to correct it here so you guys would know. I thought for sure this welder would handle it, but it didn't.
Nope.
So we had to recreate the brackets. We had to go to the store, get more metal, and redo it. So here it is. I'll show you guys. We have it bolted in. There it is. It's pretty rough right now. I'm going to go ahead, take this out, and let Luke clean this up, like all the edges and stuff, all the welds, kind of grind them down, make them nice and smooth. Make sure you can't like cut your hand or anything on there. And then we'll prep it up for paint. And while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and work on that one over there on the driver's side. We'll get that one all welded up and put together. And then same thing, clean it all up and get it ready for paint. Okay, so we just managed to get our seat brackets all welded and put together. Our next step up is going to be to paint them. So first step, we're going to go ahead and hit it with some self-etch primer just to keep it from rusting, and then spray it with black. So here are the brackets. They are completed. They're not the prettiest things by any means. I really wish we could have went with a 12 gauge steel, but unfortunately, like we mentioned, that was way too thick. My welder just couldn't keep up. It couldn't do it. I'm sure there's probably some trick that I could have made it to work. I think, according to what the little diagram on the inside, 12 gauge is like the maximum that it'll handle. I'm sure we could have taken a torch, heated up the metal, and it might have gotten better penetration. But if this 16 gauge, 20 gauge combination that we have going on here doesn't work, we have that 12 gauge that we can use, take it to somebody else and have them weld it. But I think overall this will hold up fine. This will work. Like I said,
I mean, we'll see.
They're not the prettiest, but they're going to work. We're going to make them look nice. We're going to go and paint them. So first step up, self-etch, and then just spray them with straight black. So there you guys have it. We got them all painted up, looking nice, ready to go. Next step up is just going to be drill in our holes, get them mounted to the seats itself, and then finally get these seats in the truck. Okay, so you guys can see here, we got the bracket. It's bolted into the floor. Next up is to get the seat itself bolted to the bracket. So we got it set up here as nice as we could. You guys can see the bracket goes right there, and it hangs off just a little bit at the end, so we know where that hole is. And then also up here in the front, it's nice and flush, and we are even. I don't know how well you guys can see it, if at all. We have it even right there. And all I did was take a marker, drew my line all the way across there, and we're just going to measure it in, find the holes, drill them out, and then bolt the bracket to the seat, and then finally bolt the seat and bracket combination to the floor. And then once this is done, we can mess with the driver's side.
Hopefully this works.
I hope so. Okay, so we went ahead, made our markings, found the center where each one's going to line up. This is the line that we originally drew. Hopefully you guys can see that. I know it's like blue on black. But you can see that's like the little plus. That's where the hole is going to be after drilled. Same thing with back here. Also one over there and one there. So let's get these drilled out and see if this lines up. Okay, so far we got one seat in, and it looks sick. So this thing is completely bolted in. It's all good to go. We got the, what is it, the slider. I guess, you want to give her a test?
Give her a C?
Yeah.
Take a C?
I'm really happy with the way this thing looks. I just need to know, let them know how it feels.
How it feels, let me tell you.
Change the sides here.
Can I mount in?
That bolstering's quite high.
Yeah. I think this might get worn down pretty quick, getting in and out.
Yep.
Unless we lower it.
True.
That might help. It's down, right?
Yep.
So we go all the way forward.
Slide the way forward. Get all the room in the back. You're pretty close to the dash.
I mean, my knees are touching.
Yep.
All the way. Am I all the way back now?
Nope. You can go back further. You might be.
There's all the way back.
You're into the glass. Yeah, you're touching the window.
Yeah, and I got my legs all the way straight.
Yeah, so you got plenty of room there.
It's a little going all the way, getting it all the way back. It kind of like grabs.
Catches. That's probably a good thing though, so it's not like free sliding or anything.
Yeah. Like right here.
It's like perfect.
If I was passenger, this would be it right here. And I don't know if I'm sitting taller or if it's just the bolstering holding my legs.
I think it's the bolstering, and we haven't had a bench seat in here for a while. This thing's been emptied out.
Like it's That's the whole truck moving.
That's good. Sweet. So there you guys have it. We got one seat in right now. We're going to go ahead, measure up the other one, get that one put in, and then show you guys the final product. Okay, so we just managed to get the driver's side seat in, so that means the truck is complete now. The seats are both in, bolted in, and it is ready to be driven, which we're not going to drive in this video because we still got more stuff to do to the truck. But overall, I'm really happy with the way the seats turned out. They are pretty good quality for the price that they were. I mean, I know they're not like a race seat by any means. They do have the higher bolstering and stuff, but they have all the adjustability. They're not like straight bolted in.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, we have sat in them, tested them out a little bit, and it does feel like it sets up a little bit higher.
I think you do sit up higher.
It may not, just because we had the bench seat in prior, and the bolsters and stuff may feel like your legs are setting up a little bit higher. But overall, I'm really happy with them.
Same.
Let's go ahead and show you guys how it looks now that they are both in the truck. The final completed.
The look.
Yeah. So there it is. There's the seats, both installed. We got the suede here. Yeah, give her a test on the driver's side.
Still kind of a squeeze because of the bolstering.
Yeah.
And
I mean, obviously the truck is stock height.
Yeah,
we're planning on lowering it. So once you get it lower, I think it'll be better. And then obviously the steering wheel needs to be changed.
Yeah, this 380 is a little too wide.
So that wheel's a 380 millimeter. I think we go to 350. That'll give us a little bit smaller.
Plus, it'll be more in here.
Plus, if you get a quick release, you can take it out. Yeah, you can get in and out.
Then
much
it
easier.
isn't even a thing.
So we're gonna need to look into that. But otherwise, I'm really happy with this. Seats are installed. Seat brackets are made, completed, painted, looking really good.
You can go forward, backward.
Yep, it's got the full sliders. You got the adjustments here. I say that's probably the only issue is the passenger side has it over here. The driver's side also has it over here. I think it should have been
opposite
on the other side, but
it should have designated a driver and a passenger seat.
Overall, it works.
Yep.
They're good. The only headache, like we said, that we ran into the whole video was actually making the brackets. I would have liked to use that 12 gauge steel, but like we showed, my welder couldn't keep up with that. That's like the max for it. So I'm sure there's probably a way that we could have done it to actually weld it, whether we heat up the metal or whatnot. And maybe you guys may have some suggestions for me. But I think that should be it for this video. We've got the seats done. The interior is almost complete. There's only one more thing that I guess two more things that we need to do. But the main thing is the door panels. So I think that'll be the next video. We're going to go ahead, try to remake these door panels, make them, I think we'll try to go with a suede like this.
Yeah, we'll try to match it or find something close to it.
So we'll see how that turns out, and I guess you guys will too. Just stay tuned for the next video. And then we also have to do the headliner, but I'm not in a big hurry for that just because...
And I want to know if they know how to do this.
Yeah, because we're not real sure about how to remake this. I mean, we do have the brown
ideas.
The original brown one from this.
Which we could put back in, but it's brown.
And we do have some new fabric that we could possibly use, but we're not really sure what we want to do with that. We kind of want to make a headliner similar to how the Civics or like newer cars
like how
are.
It's hard.
Yeah,
like
rather
hard
than
on
just
fabric.
Like the soft fabric. So
if
you guys have any suggestions for that, throw it down in the comments below. Let us know. But otherwise, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, we got plenty more stuff to come. We still got to finish off this interior and then, of course, take it for a drive. So make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.